Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great Thirsty Thursday. We're about an hour away from getting ready for the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and I got to take care of my dad and put his Bet US bets in. He's going to go ahead and take the over on the Ravens game, and he's also going to go ahead and take the Ravens and give up the points as well. So definitely check out Bet US, and make sure you use the promo code YouTube150 so that way you can get 150% matching. So we have one of our fearless leaders, Stephen Jones, reporting that quarterback Dak Prescott with the hamstring issue, more than likely he will be on injured reserve by the end of the week. We're just making sure we're checking all the options with his situation. It's probably going to be one that is going to take a full 4 weeks before he can even think about making a return, if not longer. At some point, the injury could require surgery. No one is recommending it now because Dak Prescott is actually going around and getting opinions on this. And so he's trying to get the best of the best to figure out what is the thing that I can do to get on the field as fast as possible? And hopefully that does not require surgery. And of course, I'm hoping for the best that he can get back sooner than later. You know, the Cowboys always underestimate the length of time that it takes for an injury to heal. But, you know, I'm going to say something here. I know it doesn't matter. I was not an NFL player. I played some college football, or I was at least on the team at JMU. That's my claim to fame. And I have been through injuries on the field. I've had, in high school, I tore my ACL. And back in those days, it was just the beginning of using the scope. They hadn't developed it really well, but I was fortunate that I had my knee scoped and my ACL was completely torn. Dr. Brent Ain, who was one of the pioneers of the orthoscope, was the one that did my surgery. And they couldn't repair it at the time with the scopes because they weren't that advanced at that point. But what they did for me was they said that my ACL was shredded to the point where it was like 2 mop ends. They just trimmed it. They cleaned it up. And believe it or not, I missed 4 games of my senior season. 4 games. I tore it my last scrimmage before the season started, and still played 6 games without an ACL. I understand giving it all on the field. James Jones, and I don't know if this is, when I think about this, when I think about Skip Bayless' show just gone. When I think about First Take, I don't watch it, really. Only time I really see anything on First Take is when they say something crazy and it's on a YouTube video. Speak, their new show, I've yet to even see their new show. The Facility, I don't even know what time it comes on. ESPN's trash-talking shows are dying. They just are. One, people don't have hours of the day to sit in front of the TV to watch all of it because they want to get their information right now. They want to get what they want right now and go on to the next thing. Swipe, swipe, swipe. It's impossible to keep people's attention. The only time you hear about those shows is when they say something that's completely out of line or outrageous. And saying that Dak Prescott is faking a hamstring pull just to get out of here and take the money is irresponsible. And to then double down, because see, this is the thing about it. You know, it used to be there was integrity in the news and the reporting, that you didn't put out something out there that was not right. That shit's gone out the window. The only thing that matters now is that somebody's watching, okay? For James Jones and Shady McCoy to double down, and Shady McCoy say, I ain't got nothing to be sorry about, where this guy is literally has his hamstring ripped off the bone. These two guys, more than anything else, should understand what it's like playing through injuries and being really hurt. Because see, this is where so many of y'all just give me shit because I stand up for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott doesn't need me to stand up for him. He's the NFL Man of the Year. This is a guy that you guys trashed, James Jones and Shady McCoy and all that. This is a guy who, the day after burying his mother, was on the field. While his mother was dying, he was playing games. He was taking care of football and his teammates. This is a guy who ended up getting a stinger where his arm went limp. And I've had that happen. It's crazy. When you get that stinger and you just literally can't, his left arm just hanging. Plays 5 plays for his team until they literally drag him off the field. This is a guy who had his thumb broken in 3 places, had pins put in it. Broken thumb. Broken effing thumb. 3 pins put in it. And came back after 5 games. Only missed 5 games. This is a guy who literally had his ankle decapitated. I know that's not the right medical term, but it's the only thing I can think of because it literally snapped off. Came back the next season. And you mother humpers, you sorry sacks of shit, are literally going to say, oh, well, he's just faking an injury. That shit's not in his MO, bro. That shit's not in his MO. And it's bullshit that you guys would say some shit like that. And then, I ain't got nothing to apologize for. Shows that there's no credibility in it. And maybe that's the reason why ain't nobody really watching your shit no more. You're not credible. And it's a sad state of sports reporting to come out with some bullshit like that. And it's even worse that there's no ramifications that you can just say whatever the F you want to. I get something wrong. Lord knows, I'm not the expert. I'm just the guy who's in his basement here talking about the Cowboys. But Lord knows I'm held to a higher standard than you guys are. You come up with some bullshit and nobody calls you on it. Because, see, we talk about Dak Prescott and everything else and about how he's trashed and everything else, but yet you don't hold up with somebody like Deshaun Watson, who had one good season on a 4-12 team, got paid $230 million. And I don't believe in the 3 years that he's been there between being injured or suspended that he's got 22 touchdown passes. That team owes him, and he's done for the year right now, owes him $73 million next year and 74, I believe, the year after. I might be off by $1 million, but you see, it's like $144 million they owe him beyond this year. The next 2 years, fully guaranteed. But ain't nobody saying anything about that. They're not saying that, well, he went ahead and took the easy route, that he's faking an injury. And when it comes to messing up, I believe the second highest paid guy right now in the NFL, Trevor Lawrence, had an opportunity to win the game. It wasn't that he didn't have a running game or receivers and things like that. He just threw a bad pass in the end of the game that cost him the game. You can literally look at it and say, that pass just sucked. And if he hadn't thrown that interception, they win that game. Ain't nobody called him on that. And that's where I call bullshit on you guys. Again, it doesn't matter. I'm just a YouTuber, in my mama's basement. I didn't play in the NFL. I wasn't put into the Eagles Hall of Fame or anything like that. It's okay. But I'm going to speak my mind. Alrighty, good people. Hope you all have a great night. And I'll see you at the live stream. Peace.